Hey everyone, so this video is definitely going to be a late upload. Last weekend, like the last weekend of June, I ended up going to Toronto and I was up there for Pride as well as I went up there for a concert and stuff. So I didn't finish the video before leaving. I tried my best, and throughout the rest of this video, you're going to see clips of me recording before I left, but I didn't have time to edit it. So I'm sorry this video is coming out late this week, but we're gonna be back to like regularly scheduled releases after this. So yeah, I hope you still enjoy the video even though it's late. Hello and welcome to another video. So today's video, it's gonna be a bit of a different kind of video. I mean, not different because this is going to be a top 10 list, which is something I've been doing a lot of on my channel recently. I have a lot of fun with them and it seems like you all enjoy it as well. So that's great. But this video is going to be a little different because honestly, this video is going to be like, I don't want to say embarrassing, maybe a little embarrassing. Like from a collector standpoint, a normal person wouldn't be embarrassed by this type of stuff. But I think something every doll collector can relate to is there's always like certain dolls you passed on and you end up regretting, or you're like, why did I not go for that doll when I had the chance? And I think I feel that most with my Integrity Toys dolls. Like, for example, obviously my main two collections are Rainbow High and Integrity Toys, but Rainbow High, there's definitely dolls I passed on I regret, but it's really easy to get those dolls back at a pretty decent price point. A lot of times you can still get them at the price they were sold for originally. So it's not too much regret involved there. But with Integrity Toys dolls, it's like if you don't get them when they come out, when you have that opportunity, then chances are they could be like double, triple the price they were when they came out, and it's like I could have gotten them so much cheaper and I just passed on them, and now chances are, unless I want to play like an arm and a leg, I'm never gonna have that doll. And so I thought it would be interesting to do a video on my top 10 regrets or like doll collector fails so far with collecting Integrity Toys. I've only been collecting Integrity Toys since 2022, like the end of 2022, I would say. And I joined the W Club in 2023. But again, I've mentioned this before in other videos. I've been following Integrity Toys for a long time, but I just started collecting around that time. And there's been a lot of collections, a lot of releases that have come out. And then of course collections come out. Sometimes like they release and it's like, oh, I have the money, I can do that. Or they come out at a time, it's like, I really don't have the money, I can't do that. Or a doll comes out and it doesn't like, you don't connect with it immediately through the photos, but then you start seeing like other people's photos and reviews and stuff once the doll is out, and it's like, I can't believe I passed on that doll. I thought it'd be fun to do a little top 10 list of dolls I regret letting pass. Again, I don't know if I've seen anybody do a list like this before, but I think it's so, I don't know, so interesting to see like what, I don't know, like, I don't even know how to explain, like what you let slip through your fingers, like what you almost had, but now you don't. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing a video on that. So I hope you're all excited, and let's get into number 10. Okay, starting off at number 10, this doll, it's more of missing out on the clothing. The reason I passed on this doll, I'll also give a reason why I passed on each one of these dolls. Like, so it like explains like why I didn't get it. Some of these I don't have a good explanation for, but most of them I have like a reason why, and I still remember like why I did end up passing on the doll. This first one is Serving Cake Kiki Adiz. I'll put a photo over here. And she's from the Meteor collection, which if you were watching my videos around that time when this collection came out, and I like did reviews of the other two Meteor dolls I have, which are right here. From the Meteor collection. I loved this collection, and with Kiki, she was just like my third favorite of the collection when it came out. My top two were Amira and Naisha, I believe her name is. Naisha Lauder, yeah. Those were my top two, and I was like, I cannot be getting more than that. The fourth one in the collection, I don't remember her name off the top of my head, she was in purple. But this pink one, I love the outfit. It's so fun. It's really good. I love the like red velvet cake purse and everything. But I was like, I cannot be getting 3 dolls from this collection. This was also, I don't know, it just like I didn't have an insane amount of money to like just buy out an entire collection. So I did pass on her, but her fashion is something I still really like. I have photos of it over here, by the way, like showing so I can like look at it and like explain like what it is I like about it. But like I really liked the corset pieces and the cake purse, the jewelry was really nice. And something really interesting with her was her braid was like corseted with ribbon. So that was really cool, but I just didn't like the face of Kiki. I don't know if it's the screening or if it's the sculpt, but I just wasn't vibing with it too much. And it also threw me off that she was just wearing like, it looked like hot pants. I wish it had been like a skirt or something. But also I love the colors. She has like the pastel pink, then the bright pink, and then she has the lavender purple hood. Very pretty. But again, I passed on her just because she was number 3 in the collection. So yeah, that is my number 10 out of my dolls I regret passing on. So the next doll that I have to talk about is a doll I talked about actually in one of my recent videos, my East 59th Four Seasons review. I talked about this doll, and that is Love Knot of Gold Victor Rue. So the reason I passed on her is because I was traveling at the time she came out. I spent the summer of 2023 traveling through Asia with my husband, and when she came out, I didn't have the money, and I don't remember if it was an immediate release or if it was like an IT lottery or something like that. But either way, it was like I was traveling, and when I got back traveling, I'm going to be recovering from traveling. I don't need to be spending money on dolls. But I did really, really like this doll. Like, I liked her a lot. I've said before when I've talked about this doll, she really reminded me of Helga from Atlantis, Disney's Atlantis, which she is one of my favorite characters of all time. I love her. She's such a good villain. But she really gave me the vibes of Helga, and I think that's more the reason I love her. But I just loved her, the like plaid, I thought it was houndstooth. The plaid outfit, the gloves, she just looks so much like a villain, but such a glamorous villain, and I love it. But again, I did pass on her just because at the time I was like, I'm traveling, then I'm going to be recovering from traveling. I do not need to be buying a new doll. So I did pass on her, but she does come in at number 9 on my regrets. Okay, so this is a doll that, how I want to explain, I should have explained this in the beginning, but I am considering regrets. Like, I'm not going to consider a doll that I attempted to get, and even if I didn't get them, a regret, because I did try to get them, I just didn't, because with Integrity Toys, they're limited quantity dolls. So a good example is like Tantrum Aaron Solston. I really like that doll. I did enter the lottery for the doll, and I lost. I did not win her. But I don't consider that a regret because I still went for the doll. So it's like, it's not a regret, it's just I didn't win the lottery. But what I will consider is like any doll I had the opportunity of pursuing and I didn't pursue, I guess is the best way to put it. And this doll falls perfectly into that, and that is Delightful Indulgence Danya Zar. She was the Gluttony doll from the Seven Sins event. Okay, my feelings on this doll are, I don't really like her outfit, really, at all. I didn't understand how it was like gluttony to me. But I think the doll is so beautiful. I have a video where I reviewed the entire Seven Sins events and all the dolls that came out. And even then I was like, she's a very beautiful doll. Like, the base doll is so stunning. I just wasn't interested in the outfit, so I didn't go for her. But I do consider her a regret because she's so beautiful. Just looking at her, I can see so many different ways I could have redressed her and done so many different things with her. But it is what it is. I did let her slip through my fingers, and she comes in at number 8, right? Yeah. Kiki was 10. Rue was 9, and this is 8. I can't remember. What's her first name? Victor. So yeah, Danya comes in at number 8, and now let's go to number 7. Okay, so I'm gonna consider the first 3 dolls I talked about almost like appetizers. It's like, ugh, I can't believe I let that doll pass, but it doesn't like really like hit me hard. It's like, oh my gosh, I let that doll pass. But from this point forward, we are talking solely about dolls that I'm like, wow, this was such an amazing doll. And usually I have a good reason for most of these, not all of them, but most of these. So coming in at number 7 is Suited for Travel Poppy Parker. And this was a W Club exclusive doll, the W Club exclusive Poppy, one of the Poppies they had. And when I saw this doll, I was like, okay, if I was gonna be a Poppy collector, this is the type of Poppy I would want. She is so cute. When she came out, I know exactly where I was. I was in Thailand. I had just started traveling, and this doll was like released to the W Club and be like, oh my gosh, you can sign up to get her. And I was like, I just started my traveling, and it was like it was 3 months of traveling Asia. And then when I started traveling Asia, I ended up losing my job that I had at the time. And so I was like, I don't have my job, and I just started traveling Asia. I'm gonna be traveling for the next 3 months. And when I came back to the US, I was moving to a new place, which is where I am now. And I was like, there is not a single way I could sign up for having this doll. Like, it's just impossible. And I let her slip through my fingers, and she's so beautiful. She's pastels. She's so cute. She's so sweet. She's just like quintessential. Like, if she's just perfect little Poppy. And again, I've said it before, and I'm not trying to harp on it too much, but I'm not huge into a Poppy collector. But this Poppy is just done so well. And then she has like the suit outfit, and then she has like the kind of like, I guess, 50s flare dress. She's just so well done and so pretty. I really like this Poppy. She might be a waitlist item for W Club members right now. I might join the waitlist if it's a thing. If not, I mean, I probably shouldn't. I have a lot of dolls coming soon. But yeah, she's one I let slip through my fingers. And I literally remember I was in Thailand, and I was in the elevator. I was with my husband and his friend, and we were going to go get some food, pad thai. And I was just in the elevator going through my emails, and then this came in, and I was like, are you kidding me? But yeah, she's so beautiful. I really love this Poppy. So Suited for Travel Poppy comes in at my number 7 regret. Okay, so now we are at my number 6 regret, and this is one of the ones where I don't really have a good explanation for why I passed on this doll. And that is Behind the Curtain Zuri. She was a doll from the curated event. And the curated event was like 300, an event with 300 attendees, and then they had 600 dolls, so each attendee could have 2 of each doll. And I was lucky enough to attend the event, but when I went through them, for some reason, she didn't hit for me. Like, I just wasn't feeling her that much. I think it's because I was so impressed with the Isha you see right here, and the Bina as well, who you can't see, she's like under the camera. I was so impressed with them that I don't know, I just found myself overlooking her, and I honestly kind of regret it now because she had so many like mix and match. Like, she could be displayed in multiple different ways, which I didn't realize until after the event, honestly, because we just saw like the doll presented in like a glass case, and then we had like a little fold out book that showed them in one look. So I didn't realize like all the different ways she could have been displayed. I don't know, I just didn't see her potential at the time, but looking at, like, I've seen people review her now, and she's really amazing. She's got a lot of cool stuff. She's definitely one I regret passing on, and that's why she is now on this list. Okay, we've moved locations because a lot's going on today. Say hi, Danny. But I still want to finish this video because I need to wrap this up before we have our trip to New York and Canada. So now we're moving on to number 5 of my top 10 regrets, just dolls I let slip by. And number 5 is Get Ready With Me, Naja Rhymes. So this is a doll, actually she just recently started shipping out. I've seen like people on Instagram with her and stuff, but I passed on this doll. She came with a lot really cool stuff. She was like a full gift set, multiple outfits and everything. And I ended up deciding, like, I really like the doll. The doll herself, I really like. The fashion, I like the red outfit, but I wasn't like huge into like
Sorry, I don't know why it's up.
But the denim outfit I wasn't as into. It was okay. But I wasn't like blown away by it. And I was like, okay, what I might let happen is wait until she comes out and then see if someone wants to sell her nude for a decent price. And Now she's out, but I'm saving money for the convention, so I'm not even doing that now. But she's a really beautiful doll, and I can definitely see her as being one that I'm like, think about years later, I'm like, oh, if I'd had her. So she's the number 5 doll that I end up like let pass through my fingers. Okay, so now we're on to number 4, and this one's kind of different than the rest. All the rest have been dolls that I didn't get like while I was a W Club member, and this is a doll I knew of literally when it came out, and it is actually a W Club upgrade doll from the 2023 W Club year, I believe, but it is Up with a Twist, Agnes Von Weiss. She is so beautiful. So I joined the W Club in 2023, but in 2022 I was debating joining as well. I like watched the unveiling of the upgrade dolls and everything, and I was sitting trying to decide like, am I gonna do it? But I ended up deciding not to do it. I couldn't remember why. I don't really think I had a reason. I was just like, no, this isn't it. This isn't the year. I'm not gonna join the W Club this year. So I didn't end up getting her, but she is still a doll that I love so much. I just like, as an upgrade doll, she's probably one of my favorite upgrade dolls that I've seen released since I've been following Integrity Toys. She's so, I don't know, she's just very cocktail hour, very luxurious, very pretty. I love her hairstyle. I love like the mesh gloves. Then she comes with like the little martini drink. She's super cute. She's definitely one day I'd love to add to the collection at some point. But I do remember so close to joining the W Club and getting her as my upgrade doll that year, but then I was like, no, I don't think this is the year, which, I mean, I don't regret, but there were a lot of really amazing dolls that did come out that year. I think like, if I had joined that year, what would my Integrity collection look like now? But I'm still happy with the one I have, so no complaints, but she does come in at number 4. Okay, so now number 3, and this one I knew I would regret the moment I decided not to buy her. I very much liked her, but it was coming up. I literally remember the day that I saw the pictures of her. They were unveiled, and I had just finished, it was last year, and it was just finished up a birthday dinner for my husband, and we were in the parking lot. I pulled up my email, and I saw it was I believe it's NuFace, or is it Fashion Royalty? No, it was NuFace. It was the NuFace Moments where they were doing the recolors. And this doll is Print in Pink Naja Rhymes. And I saw her immediately, and that's like when the world was going crazy, because like the Barbie movie and everything. So everything pink, everything kind of had like a Barbie tinge to it. And this doll is so beautiful. I like her fashion. I'm not crazy over it. I do really like it, and if I'd gotten her, I definitely would have kept her in the fashion most likely. But the doll is next level. She is so beautiful. She's very Barbie coded, but like in the best way possible. She's so pretty, but again, this was last summer. It was right before getting ready to leave for Asia and everything, and I was like, I don't need to be buying any dolls or anything like that. So of course I passed on her. But she's really beautiful. She's still a doll that I think about, like, whenever every once in a while, somebody be like, oh, is there a doll you missed that you wish you hadn't? She's usually one of the ones that I come up with. And yeah, so she comes in at number 3. Okay, so now we're at number 2. And these top 2, these are probably what I would consider the biggest fumbles, which is why they're the highest on the list, obviously. But it's even worse because, like, okay, there's dolls that I didn't even enter the lottery for, so I passed on. So I passed on them, but I still didn't even know if I even would have won the doll. These next 2 dolls, I literally could have had in my hands, and then I decided no. The first one, or coming in at number 2, is Mixed Media Thiago. This is another doll that was at the curated event that I was able to go to in Washington, D.C. last summer. I think it was last year. And I went there, and I was like, okay, I know I wanted to get the 2 dolls that I talked about earlier, and I was on the fence about Thiago literally the whole time. Like, we saw the dolls, then we walk over, I'm talking with the people I was in line with, and all the way up to the point of purchasing, I was like, am I gonna get the Thiago? Am I gonna do it? And then I decided not to do it. I did buy one that I ended up sending to a friend, but I didn't get one for myself. And then when I got home, to my mom's house, she lived really close by, so I ended up staying the night at her place. I got to my mom's house, and then I was like, I wish I'd got me one. Like, literally from that moment, I was like, I messed up not getting me one. And I still think about him all the time. Like, Thiago is my favorite male face mold, or like male doll. I was gonna say from Integrity Toys, but honestly, any male dolls that I've seen ever. And he was right there in front of me. I was like, if there's gonna be a male doll, it should be a Thiago. There was a Thiago there, and then I passed on him, which I don't even understand what I was thinking. He looked amazing, and he had like so many mix and match pieces and everything, and I fully was just like, no, I'm not gonna get Thiago. So yeah, that was definitely a fumble. So Thiago comes in at number 2. Okay, so now we are on to my biggest number 1 like regret, or letting the doll pass me by. And this doll I've talked about on the channel before. She's one of the main reasons I started collecting Integrity Toys, was because of this doll. I saw she came out and I was like, I missed this doll. How, I can't believe that. And I was like, I'm joining Integrity Toys W Club. I don't want to miss a doll like that again. She's so beautiful. She's incredible. Just amazing. I was obsessed with this doll. I would just look up pictures of her just to make me happy. Like, she was incredible. So this doll is Graceful Reign Vanessa Perrin. And I've talked about this doll before on my channel when I talk about like wish list dolls and stuff like that. And this doll, what makes her even worse of a fumble is when I joined the W Club in 2023. When you join like past releases before they ship out, you can join a wait list. And like if someone who signed up to get the doll but decides not to pay or something like that, then they'll go through the wait list and offer the doll to people on the wait list. I joined the wait list for Graceful Reign Vanessa Perrin, and they'll sell it to you for the original sale price. And I was emailed not long after being part of the W Club that I was selected off of the wait list that I could get Graceful Reign Vanessa Perrin. And again, the doll that made me, I should join, then she's offered to me and I completely pass. I just was like, no, I just want to, I don't know what it was. I was like excited to see what was come. I was like, I feel like really big things are coming from the W Club this year, and she's really nice, but I'm excited to see what's new. And I let her pass, and still to this day, I do not understand what was going through my brain at that moment. I fully just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know why I did that. But yeah, so she's gonna come in at my number 1 regret for letting pass, just simply for, I don't know. I joined the wait list, so I knew I wanted her. She was offered to me and I said no. But I feel like there's no better doll to put at the number 1 wait list. So that is my top 10 regrets, or like dolls that I passed on that I regret passing on. Some of these dolls, like, it's not like this list keeps me up at night thinking about like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I passed these dolls. But they are all dolls for one reason or another I would love having in my collection, ended up passing on. And again, for a lot of them, I had pretty good reasons. Like the ones like when I was traveling and I was like, I don't need to be buying dolls while I'm traveling, stuff like that. Like, it makes sense why I passed on them, but that doesn't mean I'm still like, oh, that doll in my collection would be so beautiful. But that was the end of this video. I'd love to hear in the comments below, like, any of your regrets, like maybe you didn't join or you passed on a doll, or like, or you missed an email or something. Like, I'd love to hear like dolls that you missed on, like that you had the opportunity to get, you passed on, and now it's like impossible to get. It's so interesting to hear the things that people not pass on. It's so interesting to see like how people's opinions will shift on a doll. Mine shift all the time. Like, even my own collection, like I've done a ranking in the past. I'll probably do a new ranking soon where I'm like, okay, this is like my top 5, but now like the doll that was number 3 is now at the bottom, and a doll that I rank low. Like, it just alternates back and forth. But I think that's something special about Integrity Toys, is they're such good dolls that like they can definitely shift and move around a lot. But yeah, that's definitely it. I'd love to hear from you in the comment below. Also, as always, down in the description below, you'll find my Instagram. It's his.dolls on Instagram. That's where I love to post photos of my collection and my dolls. Then also down in the description, you'll find a link to my podcast that I have with my brother. It's called We're Literally Obsessed. You can find it here on YouTube or on Spotify. And it's a podcast where we just talk about things we're obsessed with. It's pretty cool. It's like season 1 hiatus at the moment as my brother like adjusts to life in Colorado. But we're going to be starting up season 2 really soon, which we're both really excited about. And I think that's about it. Yeah, that's the end of my video. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.